It's hard to believe, but sellers are greedy. But we all are, right? When we sell our homes, we want the maximum amount we can get out of the house. But here's the problem is that a lot of agents will buy, quote unquote, a listing, especially in this kind of desperate market that we're in. We're finding listings, right? We've got a lot of agents hanging on by their fingernails into this market. They're willing to do anything and say anything to get a listing. That's not us. That's not how we do business. But we need to have a script that addresses the greedy seller, right? And the greedy seller being everyone. We're all greedy when it comes to our own houses. So it's not a bad thing. So here's a script. I'm going to call it the 100% script. So if I'm sitting with you across the table, I can say, you know what? A lot of people don't realize this, but when a listing agent takes your listing, statistically, only in our market, only about 60% of the time do they sell the listing the first time out. In other words, they list it, put it on the market, they do their marketing thing, but then the home doesn't get an offer or doesn't attract the right offer, and then you have to list it with another realtor. And then hopefully we get the listing kind of dialed in. I don't want to do that with you. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste your effort. I want to give you something different and a different experience because my goal is to sell 100% of the listings that I take. In order to do that, though, it requires that I have a completely different conversation with you than most agents. You see, most agents are going to tell you anything to get your listing. That's not me. I want to make sure that you're being served at the highest level. And that means we have to have a different relationship. So we can go one of two ways here. I can tell you what you want to hear, or I can tell you the truth. What would you prefer? And then they're going to say, always, oh, yeah, Jim, we prefer the truth. And then we can follow it up by saying, are you sure? And you can laugh like I'm laughing with you now. But when they say yes, now we've been given permission to be gently brutal with them. We can say now, there's a big difference between listing a house and wanting to sell a house, right? So your neighbors, and now I'm going to tie it to real world by telling stories. Stories are what resonate with people. I'm going to tie it to the real world, and I'm going to say this. So your neighbors down the street, they listed their house. They didn't really want to sell it, obviously, because of the price they put on it. They've been on the market for 90 days, and now they become stigmatized. Everybody, all the buyers, all the agents in the market think that property is overpriced, even when they've reduced the price. They've reduced the price 3 times, but it's just like the last ham sandwich at the meat counter. You're like, how long has that thing been on the counter, man? It's been there too long. I don't want to touch it. This is what is happening. People don't want to touch the last listing in the meat counter. You don't want your listing being like that. You want your listing to sell. The listings that statistically sell for top dollar sell the fastest. Let me show you the data. Now I'm going to get out my black and white. So now I've told a story, right? Now I'm going to get my black and white to show them I'm not just saying it, it's absolutely fact. And then I'm going to show them the statistics out of my MLS, which shows listings that sell between 0 and 30 days get X percentage of the list price, 99.5% list price. Listings that are on the market 30 to 60 days get a little less. 60 to 90 days get a little less. And it just shows them the longer you're on the market, the worse it gets for you. Because you got some sellers will say, I'm not in a rush, Jim. I'll wait for top dollar. Waiting actually hurts you. It doesn't help you. Let me show you why. Boom, I'm going to show them the black and white numbers. And here's the reason. If we need to explain it, we need to go deeper. The reason is, if you think about a buyer, and you're about ready to become a home buyer, right? You're going to sell this house, you're going to buy another house. So what happens is we've got this big, what we call backlog of buyers. Let's call it hundreds of buyers that are searching in every price range in the market. As soon as a new listing pops its head above water, comes onto the MLS, all eyes turn. It's like somebody coming into the pool. Everybody looks up. Who's coming into the pool? Your listing's coming into the pool. Everybody looks up. They say, oh, is that the kind of listing I want to go look at, personally check out? And they all make a snap decision almost instantaneously about, yes, we want to see it, or no, we don't. You don't get a second bite at the apple. You don't get a second bite at the first impression. It is a one and done kind of situation. And if we mess up in that first impression, literally the first 24 hours it's on the market, what happens is now we're chasing the market. And we're just going to get that little stream of buyers that are new to the market every day. You see the difference? It's just a whole different marketing world than it used to be 5, 10, 20 years ago. It's a different world, and we got to be really aggressive on price. This is the kind of conversations I need to have with you to help you sell for top dollar. They're going to appreciate this, and I could go on and on and on. But now I'm really setting the stage for success. They will love it if you have these conversations with them. Guys, if you like these strategies, you want more, join us over at eRealEstateCoach.com. Check out the Path Performance Coaching. Only $1 for your first month. Just check it out. Take it for a test drive. 20 weeks of coaching with me one-on-one for 20 weeks straight. And then we give you 3 live coaching sessions every single week, hundreds of downloads and social media assets. You're going to love it. It's fantastic. Join us over there at eRealEstateCoach.com. Have a great day and good selling.